Welcome to the Breakfast Club. My name is Darren Hancock, and it's Friday, the 29th of August, 2025. Welcome, welcome all. Getting a slightly later start than typical. Good morning, good morning. All right, let's have a look at the market, see what we're dealing with this morning. Make sure we are alive first. Turn off the sound. Live. And we are up and running. All right, let's have a look at this. So let me just show you the daily chart, why I called 804 yesterday. Quite simply, it was the daily inversion fair value gap. That's what I was looking for last night. So I was looking for this level here, 798 to 804. And 804 lined up with a fair value gap. So I like the fact that we had, oh, this one shows, on my other chart, that shows me, let me stretch this one out. Yeah, so I had it too compressed, I guess. It looked like it was at the top already. So as usual, there's that last little portion up there. I'd like to see if we can get up there eventually. But this was the area of interest for me yesterday. I'm reaching into that, and we hit it right on the money. It's at 804. So where are we headed today? See some bounce down here. If you go from like array to like array, I'm looking for 603 to 592. We have come back to Marky Mark and his 3-hour candle, a 3 a.m. candle. So if we go from his 3 a.m. candle, which, right, as you look at the consequent encroachment, it lines up perfectly with this little imbalance right here. Look at Mark's 3 a.m. candle. We can see if that next 3 a.m. candle up here. We're going to put Mark's 3 a.m. candle. Those will mark up our charts, right? So that's the top of 3. And the bottom of 3 is right there. That's the 3 a.m. candle. Mark. Where's Marky Mark? Right there. I might as well put all the other lipstick on the pig here. Oops. So we get all this overlap and stuff now. Starts to make your charts a little messy. So boom. I know some of you aren't even putting these in anymore, but I like them. Good morning, Shepherd. I haven't seen you for a while. How you doing, buddy? Good to see you again. There we go. We've got our three. We got four. We got six. Where's our six? Can't forget my buddy Abs and his 6 a.m. candle. 6 a.m. The 6 a.m. Abs candle. All right. And then our beloved Hadi and his 8:30 candle. All right. Morning, Abs. How you doing, buddy? Hadi, good morning. Good morning. Ali, Craig, Hans, good morning. Craig, maybe today I can move fast enough to trade an index. Yesterday, crude oil ripped up to the PM. Was fun waiting for a dip to buy today. Oh, look at that. 64.55. That is choppy. That is crappy. If you're just buying it at a certain price, I'm waiting for it to get to a certain price without any anything else other than it looks low today, I'm going to take it. That's just way too choppy for me. I suppose there was a participation at the 5 minute. For a brief moment, it was clean, and then also the way to choppy crap again. So this looks like it's going to roll over here. So this could be your little rollover if you can get back down into this level down here, Craig, or retap this last down close candle. I can see it probably reaching into here in the spot, this blue area here, and then bouncing off, and you'd be between. Right now, you're already sitting on this SIBI right here in this price imbalance, and it's already traded through that on a wick, but the bodies are respecting it. So if we're just retracing back up into a premium to run back down lower, look for a run below these lows and to dig into this discount box down here. If you take that one out, then we're looking for this guy and then this guy down here. That's in a 5 minute chart. See, everything I can see clean on a 5 minute. On these charts is a 5 minute. So let's get back over here. Okay, I got a couple minutes left to. This is the daily, the 4 hour. Let's look at the 4 hour here. There is 742 to 745. I'll put it in here. $742 to $745. Look for that. If we start to run higher, I'd be looking for that on a 4 hour chart. Kind of rolling my shoulders, better sit up straight. I like to play back into here and roll over and come lower. We'll see if this little range right here holds. So if you go from this SIBI and SIBI inside this candle, this candle's wick to wick is quite huge. So you can play all the way up into here. You do not want to see this level and this level get taken. So if you start to run through the top half of this wick, my fear is this bull trap isn't going to hold. You're going to see that just slowly creep through there, pop through, tap on it, and run right for the mean threshold of that candle. It just doesn't look like it wants to go higher right now. It looks like it wants to continue to roll over and come lower. So I wouldn't start switching over to bullish again until we can at least get back through all of this. We get through the mean threshold of that candle and through the consequent encroachment of this, then I would start thinking bullish. Otherwise, this could be just a deep retracement into this small little range right here. And if we just put our stop loss or fib tool on that. 70% will put us right into an optimum trade into reversal and put us right into the consequent encroachment of that order block. So if we do run up a little higher, look for a run potentially to that 70% option trade into reversal and then a continuation on the downside. If this is going to be the Judas swing to take it higher than it rolls over on us, it has to again break below 660 on the hourly. How's that? So my overall bias right now is bearish, bullish in the next hour or so, but then turning around 10 o'clock, I would imagine around 10:15, look for a silver bullet start to a run lower. Yeah, but unless we break through here, then all bets are off. We can potentially be going higher again, but we got to get through here and here first before I start embracing that logic. So I've got 6 minutes. Let me blast through the rest of these here. UNG's finally getting up out of the dirt. I like it. Broken that market structure break. And we've come right back to it right there. Hit it. And now we're looking for this to continue going higher, which is good because I have a lot of that stuff. Copper, Cooper. Gotta keep popping. Gotta get above here. Copper, keep going higher. Real estate. I want real estate to keep climbing. Get that above here. Start pushing higher in that. TSX, mom and dad, happy to see you. Your TSX is going up. That's good. Bitcoin, I'll get to that in a second. ATNC, thank you. Keep on going. Keep on trucking. Bitcoin. So we hit our rejection area. Not a rejection block, but this is like a rejection SIBI, where if it's like when you come up into it, once we've broken through it, you come back into it, you reject off of it and come lower. That's always those places that you look for when you're looking to go shorter. Like, so if you take this guy out here on the downside, you're looking for a small retracement back into it and then reject off of it. It now acts like a wall. You bounce off of it, or a ceiling that you bounce off of and go lower. And it's always kind of the thing you look for when you could travel below it. When you're coming from the top, you want to come down, tap it, and then leave, like bounce on the floor and go higher. But when you're coming from underneath it, you want to tap it and go shorter. So that's the thing we outlined right here. And that's what bounced off of it multiple times. We say we have to see it get through that and get on top of this, or the bull trap that's sitting right here. You could use that one as well. And it's overlapping with this, so it shows more resistance, as you can see here. And then all of a sudden it just collapsed, broke through this one here on the downside. And then what do? We trigger back up inside it, roll through it lower. Now you look for this discount box down here, here and here. That rolls through them. Then you want to see it come back to them, reject off of them, like we just said over here. You want to see it reject off of that whole area right there. So let's just draw this out. Here, this is all one of those little cities to there, you see. And you come up, you reject off of it, and now we're starting to come lower. So we've had all these lows taken. We have a change in direction. When this was only up here, you're thinking, this is great. There's your bull trap. You want to see that bull trap. So you always look to the candle to the left and look for this bull candle. And did it support price? It came up, tapped it. Inside that area again, bull trap inside this area. They happen to overlap, right? So reject. If we get back through here on the downside, look for it to come back in, tap it, and then take these lows. So unless we can get above here, still bearish. Gold in them there hills. We took out the high, got a change in direction. This is not typical. Not what I typically like to see. Premium array has not been broken through yet. We've had a wick, and because it's so close to its own high, the quick run through it. See how the body stopped right dead on it? Right here. It stops right on it and then quickly wicks through and then returns back to a continuation on the downside. So this is just a liquidity run. So if we can get back below this level here, use this and this candle as support. I want to see that come lower. And if we continue to break that high on a close, come back inside it, find support, then I'm okay to go higher. So we're looking, you're just waiting for this high to get taken now, or with this low, this market structure shift to happen. And then you got some support in here. One more minute. The little piggies are on a run. That's good. It's funny, we called this thing from way down here back in July or August, early August. We called for a big run up on the September chart, or September contract. I think Abs is looking at that on the September contract. Do you still have the legs marked out on that? Abs? No, I just want to know out of curiosity whether or not it made it specifically to our level. This is sugar stuck in the sticks there. Coffee. We're inside this range right here, so I'm looking for coffee to get back into here. Oh, it's already in there. Let's look for this one here now. It's in the sticks, it's in the muds. They just took out the highs. Just opened above the highs and quickly rejected off of that. So now you got new relative equal highs. And let's see this just start collapsing now. British pound finally went down like we were expecting it to reach into here. It's hit right in there nicely. That's where we were looking for yesterday. Yeah, looking for this big area down here. It nailed it. Now you want to see it get back above here. Otherwise, we're just inside this range. Pull your fib tool from low to high. Where are you sitting? If you can get above this level right here at 85.35 on a close, then look for that as support to run higher into this range. Use your take profit model 1 to protect you in case that rolls over and continues to come lower. Okay. Still looking for silver to reach the carrot on the upside. Take out this high. We found support at that level now. I like it. We ran above it. We've come back in. We've tapped it. Now tapped it one more time. Well, not quite. Just tapped it once there. And I want to see that just keep pushing. From there. These guys, I want to see them get back down in here. Pick them up for a song. Keep on running, boys. Run, run, run. It's all good. Look at this. Gary, look at this. I know Gary's out there. We were at Gary's place last night. He's out camping. Camping in the woods. We all went out, took some sourdough bread and salad. We had a big barbecue out at his campsite there last night. He's getting his house, his floors redone. So we're kind of following around from one campsite to another campsite. We all kind of meet up with him, have a chat. And we're talking about Bank of Nova Scotia last night. And he's like, you love that Bank of Nova Scotia, hey? I'm like, oh yeah, I love it. But I got out way down here. I got out on this turn. And then I saw it come back through this turn. And I was like, that's going higher. I wasn't expecting that huge jump. But a couple of days ago when I saw that, shit, I got out of that. Anyway, I got down way down here. But this is a beautiful run. So Gary, I'm glad you're still in this, man. I'm glad you're still reaping the benefits. And Laurentian Bank, that's a nice little pop-up. See, it finally broke this high, then came back, tapped the high, and said, "Nah, I'm ready to leave." So this is just today alone. Comes back, finds that new high, and keeps going. So that's all bullish for me. And obviously the banks are quite bullish right now, which is excellent. So congratulations, Gary. All right, let's get back to yeah, see, came right up into this candle. I'm looking for this to come lower. You'd want a Judas swing. I would have minded Judas swing to go a little deeper into this candle and then roll over and come down. But, you know, near the top of this first silver or first Sibi, close enough. Let's see if we get below here on a close and use it as support. So this is what you want to see, this institutional order flow entry drill, and then leave. And it didn't. It kind of just waffled around in here, decided to come back up higher. Finally hit the bottom of this. Body's respecting the bottom of that candle. And then now you want to see it just like bust through this little puppy right here. And start running lower. There's my boy. Good morning, folks. Morning, Derek. 804.50 is my upside target. Bullish for the AM session. Oh, you're bullish. Ooh, now we've got a conflict. Hadid, I'm bearish, you're bullish. Da, da, da. We'll see. I was hoping price would stay above your go no go box for the weekend analysis. Which one was the go no go box? Oh, right here. You get on top of it. See how that go no go box, you get on top of it, come back, find support inside the box and kept going higher. And now we've got below that no go box. We pop into it. I want to see that hold and keep going lower. So that's where you use the no go box. And we're looking, sorry, Hadid, man. I think we're going lower. I don't see anything in here that says that's going back up to 804 again. But it's still early day. We could turn this sucker around and head straight up there. Got to get above here for me. Then I'm back and I'm with you, Hadid, looking for mean threshold, rejection block, wick, high, and 804. and higher. Actually, I'd be looking for a bigger push there, but right now, still bearish until proven otherwise. We've got through this level right here on a 1 minute chart, a 5 minute chart. We just need to see these lows get taken, come back, find support inside here or inside this premium level right here. Sorry, this here. That'd be it. I wouldn't want to see. We've already traded below it right here. Pop back into it. Now we're looking for that run. There you go. And we go low. So we've taken out the lows now. That's it. I'm done for the day. Have a nice day. Now let's see if we can get a deeper run down into our next change in direction. First level of accumulation, distribution. So if we can get through this, get one more level of accumulation, distribution, this could be a big distribution day. This could be like a unicorn run today. Okay, second stage distribution over here. Right below today's or last night's, what was that, yesterday? We get through Marky Mark's 3 a.m. candle. Aim for the next 3 a.m. candle down here. So we're hitting Mark's candle. So this could be a nice little reversal off of here, D, and then we could see a push up, break this structure, find support at it, then start getting back in sync for running higher. That was Wednesday. And this is what down here, Thursdays. Thursday and Mondays. No, so let's see. Yeah, Piggy's made it to the target. Oh, good. Well, I'm happy. It took us quite a few. That was a long day trade, though, wasn't it? Those were, you would have been sitting in that for weeks. As long as the weekly candle body closes up the weekly volume imbalance, I'll be happy. Good morning. Unfinished job from yesterday, 8:04. Well, I hope you haven't got a trade on there. Hoping for 8:04 a D. Free falling. She's dropping like a stone. Now, if we can get below here and then come back and do the same thing at this candle, second stage distribution, ooh, we can see a big pounder, a quarter pounder with cheese. We'll be dropping right into this level right here. That would be a nice unicorn trade, a quick distribution all the way down into this 3 a.m. candle, Mark's 3 a.m. candle. If you go from 3 a.m. to 3 a.m., I want to see if that kind of unfolds. They're cheering you on, Hadi. They want your 8:04 as well. They're expecting the daily order block. Well, then that's a good point there, Derek. If this doesn't stop right here, actually it's already through it already. Your next one is the mean threshold, and if it's coming ripping through that in one full candle at 549, if that doesn't stop at 549, then you guys are gonna have to get on board with me. This thing going lower. Then we're looking for a run down to 463, sorry, 470, 457, and 448. Are you guys writing these down? 372. 419. Those are all the ones I got for downside. And just remember, it switches up on you if you see these civvies getting broken to the upside. Busy's broken. So that's a busy, that, or not busy, that's a order block there. Oh, it's still a down candle. You got a change in direction here. So Hadi, if we get above here, I'm going bullish back into this range again. And then once we get through here, then I'm looking for a little more bullish before I start looking above here to run for 804. So right now we've got this level inside this range. That's still a down closed candle. So we got Sibby, Bissy. Break this, take that, and you'll be back on another little run higher. No body closing above this, still intact. Looking for a continuation on the downside now. Now I want to see, what I want to see is this rejection block get hit. That would be like pay yourself. And if it takes out the low, pay yourself. And then if it comes back into this one more time to go lower, I'm good with that too. And this is all inside the, we're breaking through the bottom of the 3 a.m. candle. We're breaking through, almost touch that 830 retest on Thursday, is that? Yeah, because today's is way up there. There's the rejection block. There's the low. Pay, pay, pay. Move your stop loss to break even. Keep coming. Good to see price took lower lows. It may need to do some work at the daily volume imbalance about where we are now. Yeah, that's the yeah, there's a little tiny imbalance there. Good eye, Derek. So I want to see if we hit that 553, the midpoint or the mean threshold of that down close candle. Without what daily order block? Whether we hit that, if we run through that all in one candle, then I would say we're going to head for those that SIBI down below us on the daily chart. I'm going to revisit that again. We've gone from BISI daily box to SIBI daily box. If this runs all the way through here, look for that SIBI daily box to get hit. Box to box, man, on a daily chart. Let me just show this to you so you get to see what I'm talking about. And just turn off all these levels here. See this BISI? That's a premium box. Where's the discount inside this range? Right here. So if this runs through this mean threshold right now, it closes that out because we're through this imbalance already. If we come through this mean threshold all in one candle and we start closing below here, wow, this whole day should be closing below it. But we'll run that out, take this little imbalances. These are the levels I've been giving you here, 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 here. So that's the target. It's this imbalance, whole imbalance area right here. And obviously you're still inside this SIBI here as well. But I'd like to see her run through that candle and then start reaching deeper into this here. If we can get through this next week, we're going lower. I know everybody keeps wanting to get up into these highs because there are some nice little imbalances sitting up here still. But I don't see it yet until this has to close above, which we did. Now this could be just a quick revisit back into this imbalance, but keep in mind, you've got this whole area right here on a daily perspective. This whole area we've now traded above, so that looks bullish. I agree. But this retracement can come back all the way inside this whole thing here. And then as long as it stays above here on a close and starts to come back up again, you're still looking for bullishness. But this is an ugly retracement back into a huge discount. So pull your fib from low to high, look for 50%, 62%, blah, blah, blah. Optimum trade entry reversal. All of those levels start to line up with these little boxes here. Like if you draw that, let's just draw it out. I'm not just going to verbalize it here. Let me just show you. We'll see where it lines up, just so you get an idea. If you take your fib tool from low, take it from that low to this high. 50% puts us right inside this Mark's 3 a.m. candle, strangely enough. So if we run right down to this and we hit it and we bounce off of that, then we are close to this discount CIBI. If we reach into 62%, that should be, or just under 50%, we'll hit that CIBI box. So we'll look for yesterday's low, all these previous lows, like Wednesday was the high of the week, or Thursday was the high of the week. Run lower. Wednesday, Tuesday. So Tuesday was the low of the week. Thursday. This could be a big wicky candle, man. This could turn around and you come back in the last 20%. So if you look at Monday, we're looking at TGIF. Anyway, we're looking at 50% at least of this little range here. See if we get that. We could still end up back up here today if this is a TGIF Friday. %, retracement. The fact that we've ripped all the way through this just tells me we want to go lower. I don't see anything in here that wants to take this higher right now. There's your hourly discount box right here. You're just coming into it now. You're through Mark's 3 a.m. looking for the next 3 a.m. candle if you're doing the 3 to 3 philosophy. That's a lot of shit in there, man. That's a lot of lipstick, and I can't even pay attention to that. All I see is midnight open candles, midnight open ranges, first presentation fair value gap at midnight. The 830s. So if this continues to roll over, we'll start to eat into all this imbalance and these higher time frame objectives. This could be a nice little, what time are we looking at here now? 950. The 950 macro. Get above this trap here, take this out. If we can get above here again, I'd be starting to go, well, this could go bullish on us. So I'm looking at this little candle here to the left first. See if we can pop up above that and start running deeper into this range. You can get a if that little bull trap lets go, we're looking for, there's 50% back to the midnight open again, right at 50. 62% puts you right on that candle's wick. 70% puts you inside this candle. And we want to see if this holds, if this is a rejection to go lower. Or this first little candle here holds. It's nice if we got a close above. Let's get a body above here first. This is a retest of the SIPI. We didn't run deeper into this range. Did we get the 50% at least? Did we get back through here, this close, and come back and tap the open, midnight open again? Look for continuation. 50%. Right there, 50%, the midnight open. That's all it needs. Keep coming lower. And now we're sitting right there. So this bull trap here allows you to go all the way up into that little wick. Bodies have not broken that level yet. So just wait. Just wait. Don't put your arm out for the big blue bus going north or the big green bus going north. Because if that bus that you think is coming towards you has a red express, that means it ain't stopping for nothing, and it's ripping. So just watch the bus, and it's just going to come ripping by and head south. You guys, I'm telling you, don't enter long yet. There's nowhere near long coming here yet. You've got all time frames showing you it's going lower. Daily showing you lower, 4 hour, 1 hour, 15, 5, 1. I don't know how you guys are looking at this as going higher. It's not going higher. I call that the old express nest. Back when I was a kid in Manitoba, we see a bus coming, and finally it's late at night, and you want to go, I just want to get home. I used to work at a place called the Tuxedo Inn. It was like a banquet hall where they used to do all the weddings and stuff. And we used to be the banquet kids that go around picking up all the plates and setting up these big tables for hundreds of people. We worked till like late, and we tried to leave that place and get up to the bus and catch the last bus of the night. And I used one. I needed an express nest bus, and sometimes the express nest, you go, oh, finally, it's coming, and then you realize it's a red, and you think, shit, and it just goes, just rips right past you, and you're like, stop, please, just stop. You have to wait a little longer, and there's one more bus. It was like disheartening. You see this bus come up, you look at there's a big red bar across the nest sign, you go, shit, that one's not stopping here. All right, so where's the next mark? Look, I'm looking at using Mark's candles. If you're looking for the next 3 a.m. candle, look for down into this wick. So the next discount box I had on the hourly is over here. That's from the old day. Yeah, right here. Yeah, that's the next downside objective to reach for. This is first stage accumulation. I wanted to see second stage come into here and then have this big monster candle go shooting down, but not a unicorn for me anyway, but still. We're at the rejection block right there. Pay yourself at rejection block if you're in this short. So now you want this to switch over bullish at 10 o'clock. You want to see this whole area here give way. This little fair value gap to close above the BISI. There's your premium box, discount box. You want to see it close above that and then start marching from here. The candle to the left is looking for these three. That's your bull trap. Wait for that to give way with a nice bold candle. Come back, find support at that, then hunt for that premium box above you. But until then, we're still short, man. Looking for this discount area right here. On the daily chart, we're looking for that next 491 you mentioned. Then you're looking for that 466, 462, yesterday's low, which is 489. And looking for that discount box, 428 to 369. Look at the 4-hour chart. All right, I'll look at the 4-hour chart. I want to see support right there at 542 all the way up to 583. There's a retest of 556. To 595. And then there's that 485 4-hour. What did you want me to look at, Eddie? Because it's going lower, man. Am I missing something? Are you seeing something I'm not seeing? How are you calling this higher? Tell me what it is you're looking at, Eddie, because I'm interested in to know what it is you're looking at that makes you think this is going higher. if it's going to go higher, it's got to get back above 594. The first indication is that as if we start getting through 583, but none of this tells me it's going higher. What are you looking at specifically? That fair value gap. Yeah. Which one? The one at 10 a.m. yesterday? Here, let me put it on here for you. I'll put on this candle, this thing here, because this one's got less crap on it. So 4 a.m. The 4-hour candle. Here's the 4-hour candle. This is what I'm looking at and why I think it's still going lower. If we draw this right here, see how we have not taken this high out. So you're looking for this to bounce off the rejection block, come lower. It does. There's a little tiny imbalance down here. It doesn't fully take the low out. So you wait for it to get closed above. It closes above it. Now I start to go bullish. And this is where we were looking for that 804 last night. As soon as we got above here, I'm all bullish until we reach that 804 level. So right there, you get your long. And then you see there's a small imbalance right here. You trade below it. You tap it right there this morning. Now I'm going short. There's nothing telling you that's going higher. And you're right into the mean threshold of this candle and a held price. You see a reversal. The reversal holds. And we start running down faster. So now you start going, where's my discount box? In this whole range, my discount's way down here. This little tiny fella right here. Because there's nothing in here, right? Except this. Should hold price, and it doesn't. You blast right through it, and now you come back up. If you tap it, I expect to see that tap it and keep coming lower. So there's nothing in here that tells me that you're looking for a long here at all. And that's from a daily, 4-hour, 1 hour does the same thing, 15.5, nothing supports going higher. Sorry guys, I don't agree with you. But you know, that's 5 minutes. Let me just close it back to there. And you see how we've done here. We've traded above this level. I think great. All I'm doing now is trading internal range liquidity. This is a CAM Model 1. If you could actually just go boop, catch it and catch that run up there, great. If not, it runs right into the middle of that range, right into an optimum trade entry reversal. Go from this high here to this low here. And there's 50%, 62%, didn't quite hit 70, but hit 62%, hit the premium box right here, ran through this discount box, came back up inside the discount box for range extension, and we range extend. Does that make sense? 26th, August 4th. Let me look at your August 26th. I want to see what it is you're looking at so I can. Yeah, so you're looking at the same one I'm looking at then. Good. Yeah, we've traded below that, so that's definitely bearish. But don't use that as a SIBI or a discount box. That is definitely I guess you could, but that's your support resistance level when you're coming from above, like we do on the downside when we're looking at one over here as support to go lower. You know, if you got a SIBI here, you break it on the downside, you want to come back and support it. That 4-hour one that you're looking at there, ID, is the one you want to look at when you're coming from above. Tap it to go higher. And if you start blowing right through it, then you can say, yeah, we're definitely going lower now. But you saw that on the 4-hour. The change on the 4-hour it happened way up here. Right in here, that 4-hour retap occurred. It didn't even occur on an hourly, but you saw it on the 4-hour chart. Then that candle now becomes important from the opposite direction. If we trade below it, which we did, now it becomes important. That's what I was talking about earlier this morning, is to trade back into it its wick, mean threshold, the body, the mean threshold of the body, sorry, the constant approachment of the wick, mean threshold of the body. And if it starts to eat through that, we've got all that play in there still, and it loses its luster for me if we start eating through the mean threshold. Well, all it got to was the mean threshold of constant encroachment of that wick. Hit it, rolled over, and went lower. Hopefully that makes sense, man. I don't want to make it sound like I'm arguing with you, but I just want to find, because if I'm wrong, I'll be happy to admit I'm wrong, but I just didn't see any of that stuff telling me it was going higher today. And we hit the 804 last night, so. So I was looking at this 4-hour, that to hold. Okay, fair enough. That's a fair analysis, Hadid. Nothing wrong with your analysis, man. If you're looking for that to hold, that's a big deep dive down to that level to hold. And if it fails, then yeah, I agree with you. Now that I see the point that you're looking for, if you're looking for that level to hold, for sure. For sure. 100%, man. Derek, rundown is about to end. You know, you're hitting right into the discount box of the ES as well in the 4-hour chart. And you're popping through it right now. So let's go back to my daily here. Oh, that's the daily. We'll stick with the 4-hour here. So you really want a nasty one now? I'm really going to irritate all you guys who want to go long now. Look for 345. 345 to 316. And don't get upset with this. Just think, this is great. Rip down, man. Just keep going. Rip it up. Rip it up. Why? Why? If this retraces back into that 20 to 30% range for the day, for the TGIF Friday, like this, look at this retracement. Like, holy crap. Like, if that reverses and then starts hauling it back up, look for it to end in the 20 to 30% range for the week. That would be a sweet ride. But we'll wait for that bus. We're all going to stand at the bus and catch a big ride today. But this could potentially run down to 348. Right now I'm looking, so now look at your 4-hour chart, Hadid. Look at that 4-hour chart and tell me what's your next roadblock that you want to hit. Well, you guys tell me, where's the next roadblock on a 4-hour chart that you're going to expect to see some sort of resistance at? I just want you to type the word here, right where we just hit at 439, right where Derek was saying, I want to see it stop right here. Enough of this shenanigans. The down run is about to end. This is, I can see where you're looking there, Derek. It's right off that big breaker on the 4-hour. You see it? Go to your 4-hour chart. And watch it bouncing off of this guy right here. See, it's just come down and tapped it right now. And it's right into Mark's consequent encroachment as well. So we're looking for any change. Now you start hunting your longs. Start hunting your longs. I still don't think we're going higher yet, but start hunting longs here, into this mean threshold of this candle. There's that SIBI down here on the 4-hour. You know, if we just come down and give this a little tippy tappy, that would take out that low, take out this low. And then we're getting into this SIBI. So that digs into the mean threshold. Its mean threshold ends at the bottom of the SIBI, right there. Or that SIBI ends at right at the mean threshold of this last breaker. So we're tapping it, or oops, we're tapping it already. So it'd be nice to see that end right there, right on a mean threshold. So now if we go to Mark, and he still hasn't answered this question, he's holding out on us. If we close below that 15 or that hourly candle on a 15-minute chart, I vaguely remember him saying that, then we're going lower. If I understand this correctly. So that's the last time I'm going to say that until I get confirmation from him. Or you guys remember hearing him say that. Could you share how you see a TGF on the weekly? All I did was the weekly here, and the TGF is way up there. Like when you're at that 804, if you're looking at a TGIF Friday, you'd be looking at this area right here. Let me get this out of here. This is how I looked at it. And I could be totally wrong if it actually blows through it. I vaguely remember Michael saying something about that if it blows right through your TGIF 30% and keeps running, forget your TGIF for the week. So I could be talking out of my ass for all I know when it comes to the TGIF. Let's look at the daily here. Let me show you. This is what I was kind of looking at, Derek. And if I'm wrong, please let me know, because I'm if we're looking for, I want you guys to have your long. I want a long for you guys. If you look at Mondays is here, so Tuesdays is like that. So TGIF Friday would be like if we're up here, see that? If that's the run on the week and we just rip right through it, does this mean now that we're still going to end up coming back up and finishing in this area? Because usually you look for a pullback on a Friday into 20%, 30% for a closure on the Friday. But look at that, we've ripped all the way through it, and we're right back into probably a reverse TGIF, right? Let's be like from here to there. That would be like ending in here. If that's the low of the week, that's the high of the week, and the 25 or 20 or the 30%, they'd be like, I'm not going to form fit Michael's TGIF. Maybe I don't understand it well enough, but usually it's the typical retrace back into 30% of the range that was created during the week on Friday, and we've retraced almost back to the low in one day. We've eaten up that whole thing. So what do you guys know about TGIF, and if it breaks the 30%? Do we discount it altogether now, or is there still that potential for it to run higher and close off back into that 30% range? Could you share how you do that? It will be 23,432, 4-hour order block. TGIF is on the golf course. Craig, amen to that. There's the 23,427. Hit 432. She's running, man. We're still looking for this first objective right here. Right there. Where's my first little tippy tappy? 426. Give me the 426. Just give me some validation from box to box, man. Just give it a kiss so I can strut around my house like a bit. The box to box works even on a 4-hour chart, man. Bing and bing. I consider TGI monthly. Yeah, that TGI monthly. What do you base it on, though, Derek? On the whole year? To end the year? Like if you did a 12-month, like I'm trying to see the fractality of a TGIF, because I don't believe that anybody should just kind of give you one method that works only on one specific level. Michael's always taught us that things are fractal, and I don't think for a minute that he's not going to give you a TGIF that is not usable in all time frames, all asset classes, so on and so forth, that it is on to Friday. Like, is it specific to Friday during a week? Is it specific to the last week of the year, for example? Or is it the last week of the month? Is it the last month of the year? Is it the last month of the last 2 years that makes the TGIF inside the range that's created in the last 2 years? There is the question, my friends. Who wants to go down that rabbit hole? What do you think, Derek? You're already below the 20 to 30%. Fair enough. Fair enough. Okay, back to crude oil. So I'll see you all. So you all can get your bounce. Monday's close. I have 64.59. And yes, amazing. The monthly candle is fractal like weekly. Exactly. Show a monthly candle and 20 to 30% of the month is what you're saying. So it's just a monthly candle. Okay, that's interesting. Let's do that. Did we hit my third 26? Really, you're going to deny me the last 1.5 candles or 2.5 candles, 2.5 wicks, points, whatever. We've taken out yesterday's low, Wednesday's low, and here's Tuesday's. We're into Tuesday's mean threshold or consequent encroachment of its wick. Still want to see this little punch into here. Sorry, where was I? I was getting old man brain there. Let's do the monthly candle. So if we do a monthly candles low to high, it's wick. So you take it in the last week then, Derek, is that what you're telling me? If that's the low, that's the high, and you're looking for a 20% retracement in the month, let's just do that with multiple candles and see how that worked out. 20 to 30% is way back up here. And we're in the last day of the month, so that's not working in that month. Next month, it's not working in the next month. This one here. Not working in the next month. This one here. Oh, we might actually have one working here. That worked in this month. We did get a pullback in that month. So far, 1 out of 4 months, it works. It's not a good ratio for me. And then this one here. Oh, it didn't work. Yeah, it doesn't work on a 1 month chart. That's 1 out of 5 or 6 months. So I wouldn't use that as a trade method unless I'm doing it differently than you were doing it, Derek. I don't see it working on a 1 month. Maybe it is only specific to months. Who knows? I'd have to do it over a year and just check it on a yearly chart and see where kind of custom make it fit on a 1 year chart. And then go back over the other previous years and back test it, I guess. I don't know. So we're looking for that to freeze up on this guy here, and it's so far it's doing that. You got to change in direction right here. So this is good. You start breaking market structure here to the upside. Let's see what we get. He's looking for this run in here. Broke market structure for him up here. Come back, tap that candle right there. The D would be probably long. I'm guessing the D went from a long here. Now that he saw it break that high right there, that candle to the left, he sees it break that. Good enough for him. Tap here, go higher, look for 50% of this range, and he's out. He's risk-free right away, and he's using internal range liquidity trade objective number one. Okay, take profit model one. If I'm not mistaken, that's probably what he did. 50% paid himself. And then if it comes back and takes him out, he's out. Here's the retest of this one here. So this could start pushing higher again. Watch this high get taken after we come back and retest this old high. This one's been done. This one's been done. This looks good for a run a little higher right now. I like this. I'm not waiting. I'm going to wait till we get above a decent market structure shift. We can get above here, this bull trap, and clear out this premium level. Then I'm starting to think bullishness again. You have to look at the same way we look at a weekly chart. Some weeks the candle isn't at the top or the bottom, so TGF doesn't work. This week the monthly candle was at its apex yesterday. Well, we take any weekly candle, we take the 2 days, that take it from the low to the high of the week, and then look for a retracement. It doesn't matter what's going on during the week, right? So a monthly candle, if you're taking the monthly candle, as I understand it, Derek, you take the low to the high, wherever the high is at that point, and then the last week, you look for a retracement back into, or the last day. I don't know what your specific level is going to be, but the last, let's say last week of that month, you're looking for a retracement back into 20 to 40%, or the last day, 20 to 40% of the monthly run, then as I just showed you, I don't see any of that working on a monthly chart that way. If you see it, if I'm not understanding you correctly, post the picture on the Telegram channel so I understand clear what it is, because I don't want to show something that you're not seeing. You want to show that's more accurate. Yeah, you'd have to post a picture. Make it a picture, like not a long talk about something. I'm a visual guy. You need to show me. For me to kind of read all that text and then try and make sense of it, I glaze over. There's some great material there, but some people put some of these big long written texts, and they're gold. I know they are, but that means I have to go back in, draw it all out, and try to picture what it is they're saying. Give me a video. Make it simple for me to see and understand. I'm old now. I need it spoon fed to me, my little brain. So there's 50%. So you don't want to see that give roll over now and come back all the way back down again. Otherwise, we're still going lower, and we're still looking for that where's that little 62? Wasn't it 26 or something like that? Yeah, 26. We take out that low there, get to the 26, and then we get into that little discount box on the 4 hour. Right there. I just want to see it drive into there one more time. And if we start eating through that, then I'm looking for Man, I got so many of these things in place now. It's hard to touch the screen without moving one. Then the next one is going to be this mitigation block right here. Mitigation block or big ass breaker. So you're looking for this next daily level here. And if we eat through that, you got all these other objectives to reach for. There's so many more objectives to reach for on this downside here. This is that Marky Mark's 3 a.m. candle? Or is that a different thing altogether? No, that's another big SIBI 4 hour. So there's a lot of draw, like heavy draw on liquidity below us. Look at all these daily inversions below us as well. Mean threshold of the weekly candle. It's right here. It's right and coincides with that 4 hour as well. So there's a lot of draw down there. So now we've got this little highs taken. If you did an internal range liquidity, Hadi, how did you do that? You said you just took a trade. Did you take it off the top of this candle here? So when you retapped right there on top of that midnight open range, or did you take your 830 and then you run back into 50% of that? He's great at snibbling liquidity out of an internal range like that. And then if it reverses on you right here, it's changed through there, come back into this. You want to see that roll over and go lower now. This immediate rebalance has to clear Marky Mark's 3 a.m. consequent encroachment on the downside, come back up, and we're still going lower. That's why 50% of the range is good idea. Yes. Good area. Yes. Good area to get paid for. At least take half your trade off. Especially if you're in your heavy bearish market and you think this is the retracement. Don't put all your eggs in one basket in case it reverses on you. So get paid if you're on the wrong side. Get paid to be on the wrong side at turn. Take your trade out at break even now. You took half your trade off. You made a small portion here and went, okay, I'm going to get back in sync. I thought this was going to go longer. It didn't. It reversed on me, took me out here, but I got paid half. Now let's just wait, get back in sync. So for me now, I wait for that level or that level to get taken to the upside. And this one to the downside, or sorry, right here to the downside. So if this is just a retracement back into this little breaker that takes up this low. Top of the SIBI, box. This is immediate rebalance right here. Come back, tap it. Go higher. You run through that premium box again. Now let's see if the bull trap holds or not. We're literally closing on it. Talk about tease you or what. Equal highs now. Come back into this level. Look for support here. We have overlap. SIBI, BISI. This wants to take it higher. This wants to take it higher. So now we're starting to switch it up. Starting to see a switch moving to go higher. 463 is your entry. 463 was your entry. So you're right off the top here. Mean threshold. Oh. Okay. Nice. See, that's a nice little pull away. That's what you want to see. Now you want to see it start climbing. Get on top of here. Break this structure. A nice little displacement candle. Let's like really start throwing people into this going, it's going longer. Big bull candle here with a fair value gap, small little imbalance, created a breakaway, eat through that sucker's mean threshold. That's the next bull trap. Clear these two out, and I think we're on a bit of a hike. But you got to clear that guy out overall, I think. We're just running back into this range. 70% sitting right here. 78 or 79% is into this candle. And there's no level that sits right in the mean threshold of that. So it would feel nicer if we can get a body above there, which is right there. That one closed above. We're just tapping it now. You want to see it leave, 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 leave. Mean threshold, line in the sand, old hop, daily, tippy tappy. Let's go. Let's see that go higher. Five minute, you've already got a 5 minute change in direction. You got the next 5 minute is here at 5:07. And look to the candle to the left, which is this guy here. You want to see it close above 574 and then start eating through each one of those and run for those relative equal highs. But your first entry for a long on a 5 minute is right here. Stop loss is sitting right here. Pull your fib tool from low to high and then start hunting for your 50% on a 5 minute chart. And I want to see a bold candle get above here, not just these little tiny wiki pieces here. Mean threshold is still holding. That daily is still holding. This is looking good. That's looking good. So far, I'm changing direction to bullish inside this range. I'm bullish inside this range. So until we break that candle right there, I'm bullish. Until we take this guy out on the downside, bearish. Right there, sorry. 442. ES did not take a 1 minute swing yet. See, even ES is just short of hitting our discount box. We're inside the breaker right now for sure. Has not taken out the low here, and we have not hit our discount box. So if we take one more dive down, look for a run into here, and if it dives down hard and fast and starts ripping through this, look for a run below these lows, and this next box is way over here. But for now, look at the retracement. This low has not been taken on hourly. This one has. So this is your, oh no, that's a 4 hour, sorry. This one has, see how that right there? That's your SMT. If you look at it as a specific time, like Ali talks about, we're about to come up into our 10 o'clock turn point. This 10 o'clock created a new low. ES, it's 10 o'clock, has not created a new low. So SMT divergence at 10 o'clock. Dow Jones took out its low, NQ took out its low, and now we're looking for ES holding back. Is ES going to do one more little dive down in here? Let's wait for the macro to occur and see what we get. And see how this mean threshold is getting eaten through again, and now we're using it as support. Come lower. Don't go too bullish too soon. You're just inside that range. You just hit 62% right there. Optimum trade entry reversal off the bottom of the wick, and you're rolling over again. You want to see it with some intention get through here and take that out before you start getting overly bullish. It's taking the mean threshold, switch it back up now. It has to close above this and that for me to go bullish again. Now you're getting into this choppy consolidation. The 15-minute chart says it. Look at the 15-minute chart. 15. What do we see here? Yeah, it's got to get above 507 a D. On a close, got to get above that, come back, and a nice little displacement right into the midnight open range extension. If you take this all the way up to here, hit it with a bull candle, come back, give this a little tap, that would be a long for me. Inside that range, looking for that first presentation. Fair value gap again on the 15-minute chart. But you also have to pull back through here and look at what bunch of choppy mess are we sitting in here. Where's price right now? We're inside this 15-minute SIBI discount box. I came all the way back into that. Stay on top of that, right there. Do we trade back through it? We do, right here. Come back right to it, right there. Keep pushing higher. And yes, we cut through all these candles. So now we're looking for a big push up here. Come back in here, and you're looking for that level of support. So now we're back through this mean threshold again, and we're on top of this. There's a nice boulder candle. Now I'd like to go long right there. I'm going to buy 2 here. I like this for a long here. And now look for a run up into this order block here. Stop loss will be right below that mean threshold again. I don't want to see that. I don't want to see this get revisited now that we've validated these 2 candles. Come back, give them a little tap. Now I want to see it run through the consequent encroachment of this wick, body, through the mean threshold, and see if this, and I'm catching this late in the range, in the run. So if we just get a fill of that, I'll take a portion or just move to break even as soon as this fair value gap is filled. Because that's very high in that range right there. I'm just expecting to see this thing drive up, then get a reversal down into this level, which would be still an entry anyway. I want to see this stay open. Institutional order flow entry drill. We have a body above this candle here. Give it a little tap, keep coming higher. There's the institutional order flow. Don't fill it. If you do, mean threshold right here. I guess you have to take that one. Hold high, they line up. Keep coming. It's late in the game, so I'm just going to move to break even here. Let's tap me out. I'll wait for something bigger now. I just wanted to see that just keep running up higher now. The fact that we're rolling over here again. You want to see it act the way you want it to act. Otherwise, don't bother. Protect your money. So now we're revisiting this mean threshold again. Not what you want to see. It's done it once. So now when it starts to leave, good. Now just keep going. It hit it. And now it's coming back and do it again. And it's filled this fair value gap. I want to see that stay open. Right? It didn't. So that's why you see me move that in tight. Because you don't want to see it come back down in here again. If it starts to come back down, then it's not. We have a potential reversal here. Now that this high has been taken, We have a reversal. And now this mean threshold, if that gives way. See how we come through 1, 2, 3, and we're literally closed on it. Now I'm expecting to see this low get taken. Use this as support. And that's why you get out real quick early, because now it's not acting the way you want it to act. And sure enough, it's not. So now you got to wait for that or that to get broken to the upside or downside before you even consider going to the discount box again and the mean threshold of that candle. That's what comes into play for me anyway. So it's right on there. See how that 5 minute candle, literally the body's froze on that one. You got this one, and then it froze on that one. We haven't even reached up here yet, so we could still reach for here. That mean threshold's holding. So see how that one's holding? This one here, you want to see that bust through here and here. And you've got one array, and that's your busy. And right now you're below it, hitting it. So if you reject off that, we're still coming lower. 5 minutes says, yeah, you had a long here. If that closes below 473 on a 5 minute chart and comes back and uses this imbalance for a continuation, look at this next leg. Look at the next leg on a 5 minute chart. From there to there. And then you say, well, look, if this ends up being the high, what are we aiming for? This little tiny imbalance down here. And what, my friends, is that? That's that 4 hour jobby, I think. Is that one we've been looking at a long time ago? Right down, oops. Right down here is 4 hour. That's that 4 hour bundle, second city. That's it. That's if we break that candle there, come back, find support at it, then I'm looking for the next price leg lower. For sometimes someone called me bench. Because you're a comfy place to sit. You're a comfy place to rest your head and just think. You feel safe when you're with the bench. That could be your new slogan. Come sit on the bench. And no, that doesn't sound good. Sit with the bench, sit on the bench, and postulate your trades. A comfy place to rest your trades. Sit on the bench and get comfy. See how we've now closed below this level? We have a small little break in structure. You come back, find support at it. Now we're looking for this SIBI to get hit. The SIBI is now hit. Like array, right there, trade below it, come back up inside it, to like array, box to box, inside range, internal range liquidity hunt, done and dusted. Now you wait for this to get taken on a close. It's the same thing over and over again. And yes, Gary, you can see it in banks. You can see it everywhere. Doesn't matter what time frame you're on. You can see this everywhere. Everywhere. I didn't just come up with this idea as just one thing that fits inside here. This thing fits everywhere. Box to box trading is the way to go. So now we just want to see if this will close below here and use this level as the next structure break. Then we have this 442 level I was talking about, 441. 4412, 442. I really like the benches. Yes. The quiet place to, yeah, you can almost see like the bench. A quiet place to come and ponder a good trade. You can almost have a picture. I can almost picture it now. This nice bench picture you got in your logo, with a man sitting there, like even if it's just black and white, like a black full silhouette of a guy on a bench with a paper, and I see him with a hat on with the paper, and it's got like Financial Times or something like that on there, or financials or something on his thing or something like that, and then bench trader across that's the logo I see in my head anyway for you. Is somebody a great place to ponder a good trade. Great place to think on a good trade. Yeah, something like that. You're a good trader. We'll start setting up a brand for you, Hadi. Good morning. Good morning. Like it, hey? We'll discuss more when I come to Ontario. When I come to Toronto, I see this picture in my head. We'll come up with something, a really good logo for you. But I like that idea. Anyway. And it comes free with your mentorship. It comes free with your mentorship just to hang out with the old ThetaWave trader, the carrot guy. What seems so much more professional? This carrot riding on a carpet with a handful of cash, or a bench sitting next to a tree or under a tree with a guy with a newspaper? Which one sounds so much more professional? Carrot, carrot. A cartoon carrot. Who would have thought that would have been my logo? You know what would be really good? If you have a little dog sitting next to him with a carrot in his mouth, paying homage to the ThetaWave Trader. I get to see this dog sitting there with a shadow carrot in his mouth. Oh, that's funny. Anyway, there's that 442 I was talking about. That's gone. All right, so we're still heading lower now. I'm not buying a carrot t-shirt. Come on, Craig. You could walk around proudly saying, look, I am a ThetaWave trader. Not the ThetaWave trader, because there is no the ThetaWave trader. It's just a state of mind. That's the whole thing I wanted to promote, was just a state of mind. And that's getting into that relaxed place, feeling confident about your trades. And ThetaWave it's an actual brainwave pattern that you can get into, that you're higher thinking and things are crisp and sharp and so many ideas pour into your head, but it's an extreme state of profound focus and relaxation. It's where we get you in hypnosis anyway. Maybe you've all been hypnotized this whole time and you all believe that these are great trades, that you're actually seeing great setups. It's true, it's reality. A rabbit with a carrot, yes, yes. I told my wife I'm going to meet Carrot and Bench. Great. Carrot and bench. I'll buy carrot merch all day. Thanks, Russell. When do these go on sale? Love the dude flying with cash. There, see how we've traded below this level now? Tap it. There's the 6, there's the 4-2, right? We've traded below it. We come back inside it, and now we're looking for lower. Now I'm looking for this price leg to rip. I'm even going to back it. Oops, I don't want to buy. I want to sell. And I'm going to put my stop loss, even though I'm late to the party, I'm going to put it right here. And I'm going to invest in this idea down here. I have to buy my own ideas, so I'm going to try it. How's that? Now that's got a hold for me, and this whole breaker right here that takes out this little high, I want to see this thing hold. So that's as far back as I'm allowed to let this thing go. My fail safe was going to be right here. So if I lose this midnight open range on Monday, is that Mondays? And or Marky Mark's consequent encroachment. If we start to trade back through there and find support at this above this level, then I'm on the wrong side of this. Ah, man, one little touch can click. One little run above this high, I'm on the wrong side of this. So that there's going to be my support. So that's my stop loss, and I'm looking for a run lower. And I promise I won't move my stop loss until it takes it. Maybe I'll move it once. Maybe I'll move it once. Hadi's cologne, Hadi's bench, Hadi's financial newspaper. How about Hadi's shoes? I wouldn't mind walking in his shoes. See, we're going to have a whole merch line for you, Hadi. You're going to have a cologne. You're going to get like the Kardashians, man. You're going to have your own line. You're going to be sitting there. I can see you all like, you guys haven't met Hadi yet, but you can see Hadi like this, doing the man pose with patience in the background on his cologne. Oh, I love it. We're going to merch you right out, Hadi. I would definitely spot one. Also, it's good to spot a support Canada in any way possible. Thanks, Glenn 3.0. Support Canada. Yay, Canada. We've removed all our retaliatory tariffs now, so you guys shouldn't be upset with that. You should be all happy with this now. Oh, you've got to go see Abs, man. Get down to Albuquerque and meet Abs. Great guy. You'll love him. You'll love him, Derek and Hadi. He's a great guy. I want to meet Derek too. I want to go golfing with Derek one day. It's on my bucket list. I'm going to throw another 2 here. I'm going to stay inside this thing here. And where's 50% of this range? Because I get caught on this for my stop loss being so damn tight, right? So let's look at 62%. I'm going to really give this one some legs now. There's 50%. There's 62%. There's a retest of this old breaker back here. Ooh, should be above that. There, I'm giving it lots of room to grow now. So I've given it some room, even a retracement back in here into this breaker. So if I lose this breaker, taking out these little highs here, and I lose this breaker, and I lose this breaker, I'm definitely obviously on the wrong side. It goes through 3 major breakers, and then I'm on the wrong side of it. So we'll see what we get. We have that candle to the left right here. So if I break these on the upside, I'm definitely on the wrong side of it. So you now see my 3 areas of watchy watch and this guy right here. And watchy watch is actually a term we use in trading. These 2 bull candles right here, obviously the last lines in the sand, but that right there, see that? hitting it. The fact that we're wicking through it, I don't even like that right now. But the bodies are still respecting that 442 level to 447 level. So I'm okay with that right now. I just want this next price leg lower. Yeah, come down to the balloon fiesta. Oh, I'd love that right around the corner. It'd be great to meet you, Hadi. Yeah, you'll love Hadi. He's great. Russell. Oh yeah, the royalties bench will earn will be incredible. I'm very busy these days, but I promise you I will do that. Talk about balloons. That was a great video you posted. D, bet it was a blast. Oh, I loved it. I loved it. It made me feel like I was hang gliding again. I got a hang glider, and you just feel like you're up there just floating. Other than that, when that thing goes off next to your ear, it's very pleasant. It's very peaceful. And it's literally baking the heads of the guys next to you. Like you look at the guys that are out, and there's a deflector right above your head. And when he cranks the heat up on that thing, you see the people on the outside duck down because it's really baking their head. One guy was a NCO. His head, he's a bald-headed guy, and his head is just glowing. It's red. He's like a hard-boiled egg. Like a couple more minutes, and his melon would have been done. He was really getting burned out there. He's really feeling the heat. Talk about balloons. Took the low, closing in the 70s. So hoping this week to drop to below 80. It's against my nature to tolerate a bully. So hell yeah, let's go Canada. Thank you, Glenn. 3.0. I happened to be in Albuquerque for a week, and the customer was right next to where they were launching balloons. It was pretty cool. There were dozens of them in the air at that time. Yeah. That would be fun. So now technically I don't want to see this high get taken again. See how we've got this immediate rebalance, and there's a little tiny imbalance right here, and then you look to the candle to the left of it, that would be the next potential pop back up, change in market structure to run back up for this premium level again. So this stop loss will be moving here, but I told you I'm not going to chase it. I'll only move it once. So I'm going to let it ride. I'm going to let it sit. But I want you to know right now, if this turns against me, I want to move my stop loss to right there. Just so you know. I'm going to and see how it's run above that level right there. It's coming back in and tapping it. So it looks like it wants to go bullish. So my instincts to go cut your losses. But we'll see. This could be it's a paper trade. But if this was real money right now, I'd be like, screw that noise. I don't like seeing that right there. That retap. And you got 11 a.m. here, right? So see how the body's now closed above this here, but not above. Yeah, it has closed above that high. So there you tap that. You're coming back into this range now. So everything's telling me right now I'm on the wrong side of this. And I saw that right here. Just so you know, I want it on record. If I get taken out there, I'm telling you right there is where it's turned already. Highs taken. Come back, find support at this level, mean threshold. High, open, mean threshold. tap it. If we go through the mean threshold, look for a retest down here, and I'll want to get out there. So don't want to be in this right now. It's totally turning on me. So, and it's 11 o'clock, so it's got to get back through here for me to get my freak on again. What do I took the low closing, so it's against my nature to tolerate a bully. I have it 11 a.m. Yeah, looking for reversal now, but maybe weak. You may get a chance to mitigate that loss inside the fair value gap created. Yeah. Unlikely now that we've traded above this level. That mean threshold, that candle, you want support there to go higher. That's what I want to see. See how it's failing? I want to see that if it pops up again and fails, that's what I want to see. Roll all the way back through this in here. And we haven't hit 50% of that range yet, so I have to give it that little bit of lift. That's the play. So there's a reversal inside this range, and this is supporting price. So I want to expect to see here 62%, and then eat through a breaker, eat through 3 breakers in a row. Like, how many times do you need to be told it's going to go higher? The ultimate bullishness is getting above this market structure shift here. Not this little one, but that big one. So that's the one I'm holding on to right now, is the idea of a market structure shift above here. I'm on the wrong side, and not get caught up in the minutia of a 1-minute chart. Yeah, we could pop up one more time into 459 to 481. 481. 481. Oh, that's like right here, 62%. So we'll see if it comes up into here, rolls over. If it closes above 481, my stop loss, I'm going to close it out. I'll take a hit, but not the full hit, unless it just rips through. Because I'm looking for that imbalance right there. I don't want to see it trade back through there. If it does, then I'm definitely on the wrong side. And then you wait for that last up close candle's mean threshold to get taken, a body, and now you're back in sync with a run higher. Yes, I agree. It does. But here's your change in the state right there. Change in the state of delivery when you start trading through this level, and then you come back into it, you tap it right there, then you go higher, clears out that high. That's your next objective. Support, support. You find that support right off that main threshold and go higher. And we saw that change in state right here. So that's right near entry. Close out your trade. That was $300 or something like that. But look at this. You're 8. So now if you're just staring at this going, I'm wrong. But I'm thinking, I want to see higher time frame structure. I'll take the loss and I'll recoup that going higher. So I'm not worried about getting that back, because I want to see the full market structure shift, and I'm allowing it to run back inside this range here to roll over and come back down to finish this leg off. And I know that leg's not going to manifest itself if I close above this level and start digging into this candle again on a 5-minute chart, which is what I'm trading on a 5-minute, and I'm just watching this crap unfold on a 1 minute. That's all. That's why I'm leaving my stop loss here. We are building a bottom of a SIBI on the hourly. That's a 15-minute. This would be nice to see that freeze there and leave that open. And that creates a SIBI on your 15-minute, 5-minute. 1 minute hasn't given you a clean one yet, except for right there. The 1 minute, the 5-minute, the 15-minute are all in the same spot. You see that? We want to see that one stay open. I don't want to see that close in there for 15 minutes and leave it open. If we keep coming down, then we come back through it, then mean threshold. This guy here looks like a great place for a little bounce, run higher, come back off this order block, and then start marching higher. Remember, you say the candle to the left of it, this one here, and a SIBI. That'd be a nice place to put a SIBI in right there next to that guy. Trade through them both, use them as support to run higher. So that's what I'd like to see forming there. Let's see what happens. And that will put me back down to, well, that gives me a good deep dive down into here. That would be a great place to see a market structure shift once this has been hit way down here. ID wants to see that literally rip through there. What do you want on there? 5-minute chart, ID? Yeah, looks like you're on a 5-minute there, yeah. So he wants to see this. He wants to see it run through here, come back, find support at that. That means I'm on the wrong side of it, which is what I'm setting up for here. And if that's the case, then I'm getting in line with what Hadi's marked out there on the charts. I wouldn't quite use the reverse that deep. I would want to see this candle here. If we run above it, like you've got on your chart, Hadi, you've got this run up here like this, and then back down deeper into the range. I'd like to see this hold price. So not quite as deep as you've got your second dip there and higher. I'd like to see that provide support once we get a body above it. So you see how there's $2,800 gone already, even when we noticed that the change in direction occurred. So you can see on a 1-minute chart how these, it's already filled in there. How that, this, I don't think it's going to go. I still think this is going to come lower. Calling me crazy, but I think this is going to be a boop, a pop down. I don't see anything in here that gives it a reversal until above here, but then the order block's already passed by. It's like a chess game right now. Let's see what happens to that consequent encroachment. And if this is true about what I've mentioned about Mark's thing, and he's not here to defend it, if we have closed below the mean threshold of this 3-minute candle on a 15-minute chart, then we should go lower. So we'll see if that theory works out. There's the ups, so we've gone through this one. We're eating into this one, and we're just touching, just shy of touching that one. So there's 62% right here. And we're digging into the bull trap. So there's $3,700 lost from when we noticed the turn. If you're focusing on cash loss and you're going, oh man, I'm taking a hit, and I totally saw it happening here. You heard me mention it. And now we're digging through that candle. If we've eaten through 3 different breakers now. We'll wait and see if this premium level gets hit. And that's the line in the sand right there. You're in the mean threshold of that one. Now my stop loss is going there. It'll be a $4,000 hit there. That's it. We're above there. We've wicked above it. I expect to see this thing pop through here. Wait for this market structure shift above here. Then I'm going to get in line for this to go higher in that price leg. Toss it out for now. I think it's going to come up back in here one more time at lunchtime though. It just feels like it wants to run this one more time, down into here and push deeper. Just feels like it wants to do that. See how we've come all the way back up inside this level right there, and we've tapped the top of it. Now I want to see if that continues to push lower. I've got a little buffer right here. I've got a candle that's traded below it, supporting it. So we'll see 1, 2, 3 levels, hold price, and then keep coming lower. There's the midpoint. Also lines up with the 6 a.m. midpoint. And that's eating right through all three of them. My ass is next. That's gonna come and get me. So now that my thought goes to, even when I knew I was on the wrong side of this, what could we be aiming for? Premium array. So if it hits that premium array right after taking my stop loss, then turns around and goes lower, that's the frustration about how much you're watching that level and you're watching this money disappear. If that's live cash, you'd be like, shit, I'm $4,000 in the hole already, right? You see here, that's what I said. If it's live cash, I would have been out right there just because I see the change in direction. And the moment you get above that level, find support at it, now you can mitigate your loss here by taking that money back into this range, take your loss out, move to the sidelines and wait for the higher low to get taken. That's it. That's how you would have mitigated that. I'm staying in this because I'm focusing on the 5-minute chart and enduring the turn on a 1-minute chart. If this still holds on a 5-minute chart, like if that was a 1-minute chart, you'd be saying, that's okay, as long as I'm staying below that level and we've just hit the top of it, I can stay below that level. I'm happy with that. It can keep coming lower. But on a 1-minute chart, you're going, but look at the small range you're in. There's already a turn. You can see the turn occurring here. You could catch that run all the way back up and then pay yourself on the way up and then watch the turn come all the way back down again if you're still cool on your 5-minute chart. So this is how you can get thrown out of your trade if you focus on, that's the area I want to trade on, and then you get overwhelmed by what you're looking at on a 1-minute chart. Stick with that rule. That's why your stop loss goes up there. You go, well, if I break that spot, then I'm on the wrong side if we close above it, right? So that's why now it is literally sitting on top of that. I don't want to see that get broken again. So now we're sitting our stop loss there. So if you see even if so much as a poke through that, then it's not acting the way I want. 5-minute right here, seeing a reversal. So you've got overlapping arrays here. That's closed above here. So now you've got some conflict going on in your 5-minute chart. So it just looks like it's going higher. Supporting here, supporting here. They're battling between this guy and that guy right there. And this guy's starting to lose. He's going to come and take me out. What is this level here? That is your mean threshold of this candle is this busy. And he's looking for a pullback into here for a long. I'll get rid of this idea. Now that we're above here and we're drilling into here, they're literally holding there still. they're messing with me on that level, that precise level right there. Order block. This is the breaker. You've come back, you've tapped the bottom of the breaker. We got a reaction like, good, keep coming, eat through this, eat through that, keep coming lower. So on a 5 minute, you want to see a market structure shift, or if you're just looking for internal range liquidity, wait for it to come all the way back down into 451, catch that for a long, and if it trades below it on a close, comes back, taps it, take your trade off, it's still coming lower. If it hits that level and goes long, as soon as it takes out the high of that SIBI, move your stop loss to break even, pay yourself internal range liquidity hunt, and then start aiming for this candle. If you get through that support, leave a piece on for it to continue running for equal highs above you. I just want to see if it keeps going. $11 means price will go higher now. He's absolutely certain. Going to the afternoon, price has done a lot of work in the low area, taking gathering liquidity balances and posts unless it decides to consolidate and get the last dip in the pool before closing for winter. I expect price to move higher this afternoon and close higher than the 11 a.m. low. All right, everybody's looking for higher again. I've married my trade. She's either going to take $4,000 out of my pocket, or I've married this trade an idea on a 5 minute chart for it to come lower. So we're just looking for a retest of this 451 level right now. And like this. Yeah, wait for a market structure shift, you guys. That's way too tight a consolidation to gamble on longs. It is not long yet. Just because a 1 minute showing you a retracement into a 1 minute range, it does not mean it's long yet. It's still short. Until we break that market structure to the upside on a 5 minute, we're still short. 15 minute doesn't have anything except for this fair value gap here. And then you want to see that order block in that fair value gap, find support and start pushing higher. So it's a big weight in 15 minute, small weight in 5 minute. And it's a desperation for me right here. That's my data point. Hold. And we'll see if it holds. Don't worry about those anymore. Remember, don't marry your trade, marry a mermaid. We go back in the tape. I told you, if this was my live money, I would have been out right there on the turn. I mentioned it as it was happening. And then you get the confirmation right there that you're going longer. I could have mitigated that loss right there and took some profit out, got back my loss plus the profit. I'm sticking to a higher time frame trade. Like let's just say there was only a 5 minute chart. This is the one where you go, I'm on the wrong side of this right here now. As soon as it comes back and taps that, you could get your trade off there. So wherever that one just hit right there, you could unload that position there. But my stop loss is sitting up here. So I'm giving it this run back into this range and see if this rolls over and goes lower. And if it starts to eat back into this candle again, then it'll take me out anyway. I've got an overlap secure level I want to see. Sorry, secure level I want to see, hold price. I got one that wants to go higher, one that wants to hold it to go lower. They're arguing, they're back and forth battling right now. And so far, this guy's losing. He's getting hammered. So body, you can still out and go lower. Mean threshold is like your line in the sand. If you close above that, then you're looking for a run up higher. I've already retraced back into this range. Often trade entry reversal, so I'm losing my love for this to come lower. The moment it didn't come down with this candle, I start driving through. It's waffling here now. This is not good for me. Yes, I agree with you, Lambo. Absolutely. So that's closed. So now we're above the 5 minute. That took me out there. I'm okay with that. We'll get that back now. Now we're looking for a run above this 1505 or 15. Yeah, 15.5. Find some support above that, then you can catch your loss in here back to go higher. I just love the fact that we saw it down here earlier inside that range. So now looking for this busy above you and see if that holds, which is that mean threshold. I want to see if that holds now. So this is box to box. Ah, yeah. Look for this box to box trade right here. $11 such a great time to be watching for that, right? Your reversal at 11 o'clock. Breaker taken to the upside, support. Early signs, change in the state of delivery right here. Market structure shift. We're above that breaker. On a close, use the breaker's mean threshold, the last candle. You hear me mention these so many times. Run back into that range. Looking for that premium box now. Consolidation. We've just popped up above it. Come back into a cam one. It's a small little tiny cam one. Push higher. Look for this level right here. Yeah, we mentioned that earlier, that ES. Oh, it did make a low. It finally did make its lower low. And it did dip into that discount box. Dipped in. And the hourly. Hourly, it also created its low. So no SMT, but they all took those lows. Digging into the third breaker. So next target is 498, 500, 503. There's 498. Now we'll see if that rejects off of there. This was my concern, right? Is if we come back up into this mean threshold, which is that little spot right there, that it rejects off that and comes all the way lower, and we don't take that high. Then you say to yourself, your 5-minute fair value over your 5-minute stop loss above here. But again, you have to endure all that kind of, you have to wait then for this to come back to here and you say, I'm going to get in right there. And if I'm on the wrong side of that right now, traded above it, crap. If it comes back and taps it, you can break even on that trade short out. And then you can start to wait for this to go higher. That's the optimum area to get short in. If you're wrong, it'll pop up. If it comes back down and taps it now, you can get out at break even. And then wait for a market structure shift lower or higher to get back in sync with the market. That would be the ideal wait for this level, the patience. I still battle with impulsiveness, as you can clearly see. But I like the fact that I knew this was turning. I did mention it was turning here and that I wouldn't like that. So anyway, next one is the 501 level. I don't know why I feel this need to validate that with you guys. So what? We took a loss. We said the loss was going to happen if it broke that level. It did. So far it's working out okay. So here, now I'm waiting, still waiting for this before I get long on that. And then wait for, the potential is for a run into here one more time at lunchtime. This is that 11 o'clock retracement we're expecting. Now, if that busy holds and starts running back lower, that's where I start going, you bastard. You turn right at the very mean threshold that we were. So then you go, should I have put my stop loss up there? Should I put a $6,000 stop loss on that and have confidence that that busy is going to hold, roll over and come back lower? Or do you just put less leverage on there and say, I don't want to put $6,000, I'm just going to leverage it lower? The battles of managing your trade entries, hey? On the 1 minute, Darren. On the 1 minute. NQ made lower lows. ES hourly on the 1 minute. Okay, I got you. Got you, Hans. Thanks. Nice BPR. The 5 minute furlong. Well, it's only a long inside here, Hadi. It's still not long yet. This still could roll over on you and come down. This is a great, you're right. This is a nice little pop into this point here. But you're looking at that small 5 minute range. You're still paying a premium for it. You got to watch this stuff. You got to watch this, man. Look at it. The discount is right here. So if you pop up above it right there, you get in your discount right there. And as soon as it gets to 50%, you're supposed to pull your stop. The rule is pull your stop loss to break even. So if you hit 50 and then you move to break even, you're literally entering your trade in and going, as soon as it starts to take that high, I move my stop loss in here. You got, take a portion off there, hits there, take a portion off there, it comes back, takes you out. Now you wait because your internal range liquidity, you just got a little tiny discount in here to go higher. That's all you got. So until we see a break through this mean threshold and a break in market structure, this is still short. All you've got is just a small little run inside here and barely caught a discount to run into a premium. Because if that rolls over on you now, you miss the opportunity of seeing that mean threshold hold and market structure shift. You're only trading internal range liquidity here. you can't go aiming for the stars until that level is broken. So now you come into what we call that buffering situation. You can buffer the same trade again, take it just below that discount, and now look for long to this area again. Pay yourself 62.70 if you're going to buffer this, and if you're wrong, it'll trade below that level, and you'll be on the wrong side of this trade, and it will come lower. So I'm really in here still, and that mean threshold. So that candle's going to give way, and that low is going to give way right there, right at 449. And there's your premium box, and your discount box is right here. So you go from box to perfect box to change direction below that low, come back into that candle, look for a market structure shift. If we get a body breaks below here, look for this breaker now to run lower into box to box to box, and then see if this box gives way and keeps coming lower. And then I can just laugh at myself and say, my stop loss was here. That mean threshold, I should have been one tick above mean threshold. But that's a stop loss placement all over again, man. And that's the worry of looking at that $5,000, $6,000 that you're willing to let go, or get better positioning on your trade at that level and be patient enough to wait for it. And then when you see that, you go, oh no, I'm in a conflict here. Now that I've traded back up to here, I've got a SIBI that's formed below a low. This is a potential to run higher. So I'm not going to take that. I'm going to watch it, and I'm going to wait for structure break. That would have been more of the conservative way of looking at that trade and not getting in. So you could still go higher in the D. You could still go higher, but you got to get through here and here for me first. And what we're doing is we're tracing back into this range now. So if we take that candle out on a close, look for that candle to support price coming back into a deeper discount, which is this candle right here. These three candles. We've got a body that's literally sitting right on it. We have not traded below that level yet, so we could still go higher. And again, you want to see that 1 minute breakthrough here to keep pushing. Got that? Does that make sense? And if Gary's watching this, he told me last night, he says, I've been watching you in your show. You know, sometimes I pop into your show. Sometimes I pop into your show, but when I do, I notice that you're moving your stop loss a little too soon and you're getting taken out. I know you're trying to protect your money, but you're moving your stop loss too soon. So when he tunes into the show, that's what he's noticed. So there's another example, Gary, of moving my stop loss too quickly. You know, you said you weren't going to touch it. If you hadn't touched it, you'd be okay right now. So anyway, you understand the logic I've given you here of why I saw this reverse. And that was the kick in the nuts. If it hits that mean threshold and reverses on me, which is exactly what it's doing right now. So that $4,000 or $5,000 hit I just took there, you'll be going, of course, look at it now. You can see it clearly explain itself off the premium BISI. Now we've taken out this low. We're finding support at it. We're coming lower. We're looking for this discount BISI now, or SIBI. I know I'm not crying. I'm like, it's such a terrible thing. You got to see the mistakes as well as the wins, man. But staying on the horse, you'll see why. If you hold on to something like that, and you start to see that psychological side, when you see all that money going down, and we saw the turn, you heard me explain it, right? As after it had happened here and confirmation here, that you could have just cut bait right there and said, okay, now reclaim, just get your money back, get in sync, move to the sidelines and wait now. You could use that philosophy, but I was trying to marry the idea on a 5-minute chart, and the 5-minute chart, I should have given it the old high here and allow for all of that. And then going back in retrospect, going back over and waiting for that optimum level first, I would have taken a smaller hit, or I would have risked less on a premium than getting in at a discount way down here. Does that make sense? You know, just saying, okay, we're going lower now. I saw that in the next price leg down. Woohoo, I'm getting in the price leg. Then put your stop loss above where the price leg began. Plain and simple. Move to the sidelines and wait. So now if we eat back through here, so now we're into this range here. Look at your fib tool. We are 25, 50. I can't even see those. We're at 50% of this large range here, and see how we're digging back into this breaker, and we're eating through the mean threshold of that one right there. And we come back, we tap the mean threshold of it right here, and now you're looking to go higher. That breaker, you want to see that breaker hold price if you want to come lower. And if you want that to go higher, that breaker has to give way, and we still have to start digging back through this level again on a 1 minute chart anyway. Higher time frame, 5 minute, got to get above here or get below. See how that SIBI right there? We came all the way back inside it. Even that little tiny imbalance that's down there below it, you give that little kiss. You want to see that leave from here. Just start getting up there and run through this level. If this is just a small retracement to a higher run. So now that whole thing's been filled, done, it's done. You want to see it go now. Go, go, go. Not roll over here. Right? You don't want to see this breaker. You want to see it just blast right through it, come back, reclaim it from above, push through. And the weakness is if it breaks, if it holds, and we break this low again, then we're looking for our BISI down, sorry, our SIBI down here. Because this next price leg, and I'll always look at price legs. Anytime I see little retracements like this, I look for the potential price leg, and that brings us right to SIBI low. Price leg 1, price leg 2. Right to our objective. Does that make sense? Cody Trader, look at you, Mr. Cody Trade. I haven't seen you in a while. How's things, bum man? Good to see Cody. Man, Cody's been around for a long time too. Cody, weren't you like one of my first guys way back in the day? Which is like almost 2 years ago, I guess. Yeah, good. Good to hear, man. You're still bashing away at computer programming, and how's the school going? Hope everything's going well for you, man. I hope life's really kicking, and you're having a great old time. 9 people back in the day, Cody's. I think you and Derek were my first top 10 people or something. Cody, look at him popping in again. Back in the day, one of the old guys. He's like 20 something, but he's one of the old guys, the old guard now. We're still here, Cody. We're still kicking away at the cat. How's school? How's life? How's fam? Everybody's safe? Everybody's okay, I hope. Job fine, moving to Austria till the end of the year. Really? Wow, that's amazing. Are you doing coding over there? Are you doing some computer programming stuff? You were the top 5. Okay, so Derek was here before you. Derek was top 5. My job is like school. Yes, mobile development. Oh, cool for you, man. It's good to hear, Cody. I'm happy to hear it, man. It's good to see you again. Just kidding. I'll have to go back into my first few videos, see what kind of people turned up. I know 99% of the people in the top 100 didn't stick around, or 90% of them didn't stick around, but hey, that's okay. People move on. Nice to see you here again. See you in some balloon. Yes, the balloon ride. Wait till you see. I got the lots of Africa stuff I'm still yet to post in there. I want to put the school in there that we went to visit, and the kids did this dance for us. It was so good. I'm going to post that. It's an aerial view, so it's not that great a view, but I'm hoping somebody else has some clips that I can add, and you get to see the whole dance routine they gave for us. And it was so good to see these kids doing some dancing. So we're still going to help out that school. We got a bunch of us together. We're going to help the school out. So again, if anybody's interested in helping out a really good school, we're keen to help them out. They've got second in their national competition, regionals and all that. They blew everybody away. And then when they got to the national competition, they got second. So next year, and it's the school, they've got nothing. There's nothing there. It's like wood structure, cement. They've barely got enough tables and chairs. Well, they don't have enough tables and chairs for kids. They're all huddled around these little tables they're trying to learn. They got 130. I think it's out. I have to check with my wife. In one class. How do you teach 100 and some odd kids in one class with one teacher? Someone's going to fall through the cracks. $200 a month it costs to pay for a teacher. So we got lots of intentions, lots of ideas for that school. He's got a whole list of things that their school needs. So we're going to be working on that, trying to help those guys out down there. Great bunch of kids, super smiley. You come into the area, they're all waving at you. They're happy to see you. It's great. So we want to be able to help those people out down there. So anyway, that's what I'm looking at. I'll post that up on the community channel there, so you guys can see the school. And then if you want to contribute, let me know. There are so many looking for just signals. They pop in, and when they don't get the trade handed to them, they bolt. Never becoming profitable. It's true. It's true. But there's so many times I've given you guys perfect little entries. You could make money at it, but who cares about getting some signals? I know some people come here for signals. And, ooh, what's that? Buddy, I don't mind doing small dogs. It's more the sand than the actual muddy. The mud is not so bad. The sand is yeah, it's very tough. So. Do you have a little saw for the electrical thing in the wall? Yeah. I will go in. Okay. Yeah, so sometimes you'll see people just come in for that, but I'm okay with that. You want to come in for a signal, you get a free signal. You can make a bit of money at it, great. Just don't get us to the point where you're relying on us, because if you rely on us to give you these entries all the time, we may not be here the next day, and you really haven't had an opportunity to learn anything. And I'm trying to teach you guys how to stay on the charts like right away, so you recognize where your perfection is for your entries. And if you develop that entry, and if you have the patience to recognize what it is we're trying to show you here, and you guys can really have a profitable future. You really can. Like you look at Hadi, how well he's doing. Lambo just passed his prop firm account. So it's not impossible to do it. Russell's learning like crazy. Russell's 67. He's young and virile, just like me. So he's still learning. And he's still keen to learn, and he's putting the time and the effort in, and you see progress. And that's how you're going to make profitability for yourself, your family, your friends, your future. That's it. That's how you become the ThetaWave trader. or a ThetaWave trader. It's not me, it's not a person, it's a mindset. Get yourself set. Watching this price action in detail, you'll see precision levels like this at like unbelievable precise levels. And you'll get better and better and better at it to the point where you go, I don't need that guy anymore. I can do it on my own, right? It's good to see Cody back again, man. I love seeing these guys back from the old days. For information, I am long on US 100, which is NASDAQ. My stop loss is the lowest low. Ooh, be careful, Cody. We're in a small little consolidated range, and you're coming into lunch hour now. Lunch hour, if that 11 o'clock reversal on the last 10 o'clock or 10 range is finished, then if we take this out on the close, we're come for your low. Your 12 o'clock tends to take a run on the 11:30. If it doesn't make new highs, it'll tend to make a run on the low. So just be careful there. You've already got your box once, box twice, box 3 times is what we're aiming for here. If we close below that, 492 or 429, then your stop loss is the next hump, Cody. You see how this breaker's held price? We traded below it into it. Ideally would have been just a tap right there in this candle. You want to see that one just roll over and go lower. It didn't. It ran back up deeper into that range, into this candle's mean threshold. Held on it, rolled over, and now you're looking for these 2 candles here. That little swing, you want to see these 2 candles get taken on the downside. They do. Then you want to see them retested. They are. Now you want to see it come lower, and we're attacking this guy here now. So the war is pounding through. So the surge of the game is here through the first combatant. You take him out, you come back, you gather up any of the people you just took out. Now we're going for another run. We're building up some pressure, and boom, we're running through these guys here. That's the next attack, and then the final attack is this one here, and it's SIBI. Once that SIBI is given away and that attack is done, then we look for a run deeper into the range. We're looking for more. We're back to our price leg again, and the reminder that we can get these huge retracements back into that line in the sand. It literally came back to the line in the sand, the mean threshold. So anyway, so here's the next attack. See how we're driving through it? We're back into the SIBI here now. That's my next objective. Box to box to box. It's a beautiful thing, man, when you see it. Trade profit 8 a.m. high. Show me 433. There you go, Russell. Here it comes, buddy. Here comes your 433. Right there's the next 432. Is there a little imbalance up there as well? Did you stretch that out? There is. There's your first SIBI entry right there, and we've just hit it. 1 to there. So from here to here is our box to box completed. Right there. Done. You've hit it. There's your next box. Okay. So box to box, trade, and then box to box. Done. So now you're waiting for premium discount boxes to give way, to get higher or lower. That's why you don't overshoot your PD arrays. So if you're looking for these big runs higher, you got to watch your small PD arrays and say, no, it's not going higher until we see this array get taken. The rule is wait for that range to get broken before you confirm higher time frame runs, or wait for your higher time frame run to get broken before you go higher. If the lower time frames are not supporting it, then you can't guarantee that it's going to run, bounce, and go shooting higher. That's a classic example of a box-to-box trade and a rejection. So now we've rejected off that one. Now we're rejecting off of this one. You want to see this candle here get broken to the upside. Then you start to say, I'm hunting inside here for a BISI or a immediate rebalance, and it's right here. So if we get above this level, find support, take that candle out. I'm looking for that guy right there. Here's your first little SIBI right here, or little imbalance right there. And now we're getting above this candle with a body. You get above the candle to the left right here. We get above that one. You find support, then you push higher. If this is just a quick wick run into the breaker, that's what you got, quick run into the breaker. It's got to come down and tap here. We've got a body traded above close, but not a body here yet. So wait for a body. The rule is wait for the body and then use that level. Here we are retesting this. So there's your turn. Now you're getting this. If we close through this one on the downside, you've run above it. Now you're running below it. You wait. Rule is move to the sidelines and wait for a market structure shift. Now you got to wait for that candle or this candle on a 1 minute chart, because we're not going higher or lower. We're just stuck inside that range right now. And if you pull your fib from here to here, you'll see that that's 50% or more of that range run back into the breaker. And now we're closing. We're above it. Now we've just closed below that level. So you're above it, below it, right? When you get caught saying, I want to go higher now, and it traded below it, you see it tap it, come lower. You go, I got to wait for a structure shift. And then if I do, it's the next, this BISI or SIBI down here still that we're going to revisit. And we think that 12 o'clock typically makes a run on 11 o'clock low. If it's this close and that didn't push higher, then we're looking for a retest of it. Thank you for everything. You're very welcome. Almost done. Have a great long weekend. See you all next week. See you later, Hadi. You probably left already. Russell Punch, have a great weekend. Okay. Does this make sense, you guys, on why or where these key data points are that you want to find support off of? Interestingly enough, look at this open range. First fair value gap, the midnight open candle, the bottom of the midnight open range, all key sensitive data point levels, right? That one's gone. We've traded below it or above it, below it, and now look, we're going to run above it again. So you see how this consolidation can really take you for a hit. So just wait for a structure break. This is where your patience comes in, and you look at that and go, that's not good price action. I'm going to wait till I see something cleaner. And now can you see how that original entry I had in there would have been cost zero? I could have got back out of that trade now and waited. Had I had the patience to be able to endure a little higher run in there to the premium box, wait for that to go, okay, now we're getting some support. That loss I took there, totally unnecessary now, right? Easy in hindsight. But right at a key data point, line in the sand. So this surging war has warred through here, come back, gathered up some recruits, recruited them, did another drive down for the next group, take them out quickly, easily, destroyed them, and ran into the bigger group down here. And now we're looking for accumulation of another group of these guys picked up here, and then another drive down, take these guys out, and then start pushing and using these, gather up these guys to run down again. That's my video game in my mind. I just see a war. It's old Pong style. You have no detail. This is all like a digital game, but the war is like attack, attack, push lower, attack, gather up, attack, gather up, attack, and then keep running lower. And if these guys are enough to take him out because they lost too much in these wars, you'll see it right here. You'll see the reversal. You might as well make it a video game, right? Because you're just seeing candles going up and down. It's kind of boring. But if you look at it like a video game and you're looking at an attack, these are the defense lines. Remember when I was looking at this going up and I was like, if it takes out breaker number 1, breaker number 2, these are the groups they're attacking. So you come back up, you gather up your troops, you attack the first level, you bust through them, and then you start attacking the next level, you bust through that, then you attack the third level, you got a lot of war, you come back up, you gather up any troops back at the last little war you had, and then you run through, and the last guy, you're like, nope, you're not getting past him. They collapse. Now you're looking for the next attack on the way back down the other way. You had reinforcements come back in here, and you're attacking back that way. It's a stupid little video game. Have a nice weekend. I'll see you later, Hans. Take care, man. My next level is 3 something. We're not going higher. I think we're coming down to So I'm looking for 396, 371, 346, 330, and 316. We're through it. You see it? We see it. We are through it. Now don't you work? This is where you go. Look, now I'll be in profit. After enduring all that, I'd be in profit because now we're looking at that next leg down. So we'll try it one more time. This time, stop loss will go right there because I don't want to see this and this. That's the attack on the way back, right? If we take this out on the upside, I'm on the wrong side of it. I want to see this, run these lows out now and start to try and take back some of the money we lost. If it closes back above that level, I'll close that out before it comes to my stop loss because I don't want to see this SIBI get taken out. Getting into that lunch hour now, so this could just chop around in here. It's through there already. $444. Matthias is like, who took the trade with me? You never let anyone know you were taking the trade, Matthias. So nice trade though. Good work, man. I'm on the wrong side of that fucking thing again. Welcome to lunch hour. If that takes now, if this rolls over here again at 50% of this, that's the same thing that just happened over here. Happens right here, and that goes lower. Again, it just got taken out just because I didn't want to see that level get taken, closed above. It did. It tapped it and went higher. So there's the reversal. There's the change in the direction. So if we get market structure shift above here now, you go higher. And all we did was just drift below this level, look to go lower, and then it traded above it. You know you're on the wrong side of it. Wait. Now you got to wait for market structure shift. That's all there is, man. You got to know when you're on the wrong side of it right away. So mean thresholds, holding price, like this candle did, right there. If that breaks through there now, this confirmation of a long is going to continue going higher. So you wait for this to give way, wait for this to give way. Those are the next two areas of attack. And this one's buried inside these two, so you got to wait for the whole thing to give way. Then that one, then that higher premium array we've been looking at a while ago. Lunchtime. I'm out of here. Thanks for everything to eat. You all have a great weekend. See you later, Abs. Take care, buddy. I did see the 1 minute rejection block, reject price. It was just below the equilibrium of the 1 minute current range, so bought inside the inversion fair value gap of the 5 minute target with equal highs. Board had to do something. I was not in a 1 minute anymore. Too fast for me. I am my 1 minute is 3 minute. Oh, you're on a 3 minute chart. We got a body trading above a close, but not a body above here yet. So we'll just wait. So I'm going to wait for after lunch. This is lunch hour lashings. It's not super sloppy, but it's pretty clean. I just want to see some bodies get in here. See this go higher, get in here. And you're looking for right here, right on that black line there at 464. No bodies above there yet. Wait for the body. This could be just a reverse, come back down again. Choppy lunch hour stuff, right? Yeah, my trade was not one I would recommend, but I would feel better about it if it closed above the 1 minute change instead of delivery. Yeah, I'd be happier for you, Derek, if you could get above this little breaker right here on a close. Otherwise, no body above it yet. So you can potentially run back into 50% or more of this range. Order block here. Retap. You've got this BISI. Now you've got this little swing point here. This BISI gets closed below. You're battling between this little sibby down here and that BISI there. Watch this guy right here. Beak. Hit him. See that? And now run back up to this BISI. Now if you get below this level right here again, I'm looking for that once again below here. And that mean threshold was closed above, so a legitimate loss, stop loss sitting up here, kind of like this. Put your stop loss up here, stop loss up here, squeezed you, but then reversed, and you'd be right back to neutral again. Choppy environment, clearly. Here's your premium box getting hit now. Just shy of it, hasn't hit it yet. Box to box. There we go. Now you got it. There's your box to box. Now, if that reverses and comes back down here, you want to see this one give way, or you want to see that one give way. That's internal range liquidity. There's the top of it. Wait for a body to close above that. Then you hunt for the mean threshold of this candle, rejection block, middle of the wick, old high, so on and so forth. Imagine this is a daily chart. Doesn't matter what asset you're on, Gary, if you're listening, doesn't matter if this is a daily chart. It doesn't matter if this is banks doing this. It doesn't matter if this is oil and gas. It doesn't matter. It's all the same fractal idea. There's your premium breaker. So now we see this right here. So if this was a daily chart, you begin onto the 1 hour charts and stuff looking for confirmation on a close above that level and a tap and go to run for breaker. So that would have been your day candle, so to speak, and you'd have been down here in the trenches on the hour or 4 hour chart looking for a close above that level to catch it to run for the premium, the next highest level, which is your range extension, rejection block, mean threshold of that candle, which is what we just hit. So those are the two upside objectives that we had. Sorry, three. We had, there's more than three. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 levels, 7 PD arrays. Aiming for PD arrays over here is ridiculous if you haven't broken all 7 of those arrays. Because if they just hit there, reverse and come back down, you go, oh, why didn't they hit my golden spot way up here? Well, because you did not see support, continually supported to reach for those arrays. So there's your trade above. This one, you found support at it, pushing higher. Now you want to see this high get taken on a close. So you got a change in direction, hit it, but break the premium, break this SIBI, you come back inside the SIBI, you didn't retap that old premium, and now you keep pushing higher. Look for this candle to close above. If we don't, look for this to get retested down here. Wait for a body to get above there, not a wick. It's still another price point that you, all 7 of those data points have now been hit. Pay yourself, because if it rolls over now, you'll be like, I was aiming for up here. Good place to aim for, but wait for your confirmation here. If you've got in here, move your stop loss to break even. And if you're just going, if you're just doing box to box trading, then leave your stop loss below here and hope this box doesn't get broken. Remember I said if we don't get a body above here, look for a retest of this down here, because it hasn't been retested. If we do get a body above here, then don't worry about this. Look at that candle all the way to here as support to push for your premium box. Just look for the confirmation, look for the support to reach for these higher objectives that you have. Look for 463. Come on. There, now you're above this level. Only look at this candle, and then you look for this level right here. There's 463. You've hit your premium box now. Now let's see if we reject off of this or we pop through it. Now you'd want to see a revisit of these old highs back in here somewhere. So I'd like to see this reject off of here, come back and start acknowledging the candles that haven't been hit. If it's really aggressive, it's just going to blow right through this candle. Not even give this any support. It'll just blow right through this candle, get on top of that and start pushing higher. So this is the next bull trap right here. The mean threshold is right inside this level right here. So I'm looking for a close above 466. If it doesn't close above 466, I'm looking for a retracement back into these last up closed bullish candles. Chris Alley, can't go long with equal lows on the 1 hour. Yeah, they look tasty, don't they? You're still inside this 5-minute price leg lower. You haven't broken this high here yet, so we're just coming back into retesting this breaker here. We've broken to the mean threshold. If we come back and tap the low of it right there, it's also the mean threshold of this candle. But right now you're seeing the turn like we did earlier when we were looking for that reversal going higher. You can see the reversal has already happened here. You've got that discount SIBI. We broke above it, found support at it twice, broke the high. We have not got support in here. It just kept running higher. Mean threshold is taken. Now you want to see this get broken to the upside, find support, and here's our premium box. So everything's telling me it's bullish right now. And you may go, I don't think it's going to leave that untouched. You're right, it may not. So if it doesn't, you don't want to see this get broken. You want to see it just roll over here in lunch hour and come back down and take this out. Because if it clears that on a bullish candle, especially if it's a bullish candle with a fair value gap that comes back and this lines up with its consequent encroachment, then that would be the key area to look for to run higher. So you look at this candle and look for a big bullish candle with a SIBI or a BISI right in here above that level. And that level right there is the consequent encroachment of the BISI that you want to see in here. That's what I want to see. We have a close above here. This mean threshold now needs to hold. I'm not worried about all these down here right now. This is the one I want to see. If it comes all the way back inside that candle, if it takes the mean threshold out, then I'm looking for a deeper run back to these guys. If that mean threshold right there holds and goes higher, that's the kind of like what you want to look for is, are we going to go higher? Or are we going to retrace deeper into this range? So watch that level. Sit on your hands. Good idea, Chris. It's lunch hour. Don't even touch that. Wait for 1:30 or 12:50. The 12:50 macro, 1:30, somewhere around there, and wait for a nice clean direction, either retracement or a deeper price leg lower. Because there's not even an institutional order flow entry deal in here. There's not even, unless you look up here, and we've missed that institutional one already. So it could be just a little pop up above this high into the consequent encroachment of this wick and this underlying SIBI on the hourly. See that? How we haven't broken that first SIBI in this whole direction. There's a small tiny one here, but this guy here hasn't been broken to the upside. Came back, found support, went lower. Mean threshold still holding. On Thursday, Asia, I'm sitting in my hands. 23,415 was our Tuesday Asian low. Hit forcing the 30 seconds inversion. Had that marked. Hey D, gotta get going. Got some stretching and cleaning to do before the tee off time. Thanks again being here leading this community. You're very welcome, Derek. Thank you very much for tuning in, man. Love you. Have a safe trip and have a great golf day, man. Have a great day. Awesome weekend. We'll see you on Monday. Monday's my last day before I head off to another little trip to see my family. So Monday will be the last day. Tuesday I'll be traveling. So I'll see you guys on Monday. Okay, that's it for me. We've got this little pop above the high. I like that. That mean threshold is holding. So far, so good. Keep coming. Keep coming higher. Look for we're hitting the mean threshold of the 5 minute. Again, keep your eyes on that mean threshold. If we just take this rejection block, you're in this consolidation, so you don't want to see a body break above this high. Otherwise, wait for that big displacement candle to occur above that high. Don't get suckered in. You can see a small candle, then it retraces back in and takes out these equal lows. So just kind of keep that in mind this afternoon. It is Friday, so don't go into the weekend on a big loss. Even though this little that loss I took right here, we explained it, and you get to see a nice little opportunity to see it reverse and come all the way back down to an opportunity to get out of it again. So anyway, that was a nice example if you were patient enough to see it. And don't look at it as judgment on bad trading, but look at it as we saw the good trade, we saw the reversal, sticking to an old theory, how much to endure when you see price turning against you, and the point at which, for me, my stop loss could have been above here instead of that line in the sand. Literally wasn't expecting it to hit it, but it did. So, and then reversed all the way back down and gave you your rejection block on the other side. But that'll be it for me. I hope you guys got to learn something today. You enjoyed that. If you're new, hit the like button, subscribe. We're here every day for you. We're going to help you improve your trades. Don't look at this losses. He doesn't know what he's doing, because clearly you can see that there was, if you were sat around here during the explanation, you'll see why those things panned out the way they did. And you're not always going to see people hit the ball out of the park. But anyway, I'm not going to justify it. You can see it. So anyway, I'll see you guys either in the Telegram channel this afternoon, and if not, I'll see you on Monday. Have a great weekend. As usual, much love to you guys and your families. I hope you're all safe out there. Take care of each other, and I will see you on Monday. Be safe. See ya.